Well, these guys were certainly self-aware. Name's Dave with WatchMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 video games that broke the fourth wall.
Don't you think you've seen enough?
For this list, we'll be going over the video games that acknowledge they're in the real world, or the fact that they're video games, or through characters or gameplay. Oh, and because some of the way these games break the fourth wall involve their plots, some spoilers may ensue.
Hey, what's that? You guys tracking my every move now? But I haven't even accomplished anything in this game yet.
Number 10, Coney Island. Although its initial premise, that the player is playing an arcade runner named Coney Island, is pretty meta in itself, the game gets even more in your face. It soon becomes apparent that the game within the game you're playing has been corrupted, and not just corrupted by a computer virus, but by the devil himself. Combating Lucifer requires changing the game's code through the game, and the devil likes to mess around with the details of your perception of reality. If you decide to dive into this strange experiment of a game, make sure you tell Satan, not today.
This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, the dark fantasy RPG everyone is playing right now. We're gonna open some blue shards and see what champions we get. First up is Magma Blood, who's got great ratings for all types of activities in Raid. Next is Greybeard, totally badass design, and he places a defense buff on himself and has a high chance to counterattack. Finally, Hellhound. I just love the detail on this demon dog. Look at that. All the models in this game are stunning. Raid is free to play and it's on mobile and desktop. The daily login reward program for new players has been doubled from 90 to 180 days. So log in daily to claim energy refills, silver and gems, shards, and a free barbarian legendary champion, Sile of the Drakes. Go to the video description, click on the special links, and you'll get 100,000 silver, 2 clan boss keys, 10 mystery shards, and a free champion, the Executioner. All these rewards will be waiting for you right here. Good luck, and I'll see you there.
Number 9, Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge.
Do not attempt to adjust your set.
This point-and-click adventure series from LucasArts features plenty of fourth wall breaks, and its second installment is no exception. Protagonist Guybrush Threepwood seems constantly aware that he's in a video game, marking on the parameters of his own game repeatedly. One notable moment sees Guybrush use a random payphone in the woods, as you usually come across, to call the LucasArts hotline for help and asking questions of an annoyed employee on the other end of the line, even referencing the infamous stump joke from the previous game. Look it up.
Who thought up that dumb stump joke?
I am tired of hearing about that damn stump. Do you have any idea how many calls I get a day about that? Don't ask me about it again.
The tongue-in-cheek nature of this game and its series are a big part of their charm. Number 8, The Stanley Parable. Again.
8.
Well, the good part is that if this is your metric for quality in a game, when we do get to the Stanley Parable, you'll be thrilled.
Yeah, every time someone presses that number 8 button, the Stanley Parable ends up on a WatchMojo list on number 8 every time it's eligible for it. Bet you didn't know that. And now let's move on from this fourth wall break. Few games out there are as intrinsically linked to the idea of breaking the fourth wall as the Stanley Parable is. In this game, essentially the only thing you can do is walk around while the narrator speaks. The variation in gameplay comes about due to the player choosing to either follow what the narrator says is the correct choice, or whether you decide to go about your own way. However, choosing the later option will certainly earn you a lot of grief from the narrator, who will criticize your choices, or sometimes boot up a whole different game altogether. The game's branching paths are always a result in a meta event, with most acknowledging the fact that you're in a game. Now stop pressing that number 8 button.
They're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Number 7, Conkers Bad Fur Day.
Well, actually, press B.
Press B.
Oh, yeah. The light comes on. And it makes this nice ting. Where's that ting noise?
Rare games, especially those on the Nintendo 64, often featured cheeky and self-aware characters, but Conkers Bad Fur Day might be the most hilarious of them all. The game's titular star is a drunken and irreverent squirrel, and he and the other characters frequently call attention to the fact that they're in a game.
Conker, honey, fancy going for a bounce? A bounce?
Okay. Now this is what I call a platform game.
From referencing future events depicted in the game's prologue, to literally knocking on the fourth wall near the end of the game when it appears to freeze. Blackmailing the game's designers to get a bunch of weapons? Now that's impressive.
Hello? If there are any software engineers that can hear me, just, type something in. Alright, yeah. Hello.
Number 6. Deadpool.
There we go. Now we're talking. Much more realistic.
Come on, it's Deadpool. The wisecracking, immortal superhero is renowned for the fact that he's aware he's a fictional character, and his usual fourth wall breaks are found throughout the game that bears his name.
We just had this weirdest dream where this person was controlling my every move and...
Naturally, Deadpool is fully aware that he's in a video game, often remarking on common video game tropes and features that appear in his game, while also speaking directly to the audience and himself's as multiple selves and multiple versions of himself, and that it's kind of confusing. If we were ranking out entries based on quantity alone, this would easily take the top spot, but the shtick does tend to wear a bit thin after a while.
Hey! Oh, it's you.
What were you doing over there?
Just a little surprise for our player.
What?
Number 5. Batman: Arkham Asylum. This celebrated superhero game is fairly straightforward for the most part, its cavalcade of colourful villains aside. However, it's one of Batman's foes that provides the opportunity for an extremely metafictional moment. Scarecrow battles the Dark Knight by using fear itself, in the form of gas, to provoke vivid hallucinations. One of these sees the game appear to restart itself, only with the Joker and Batman having swapped places, and the Clown Prince of Crime apparently killing him, leading to a false game over screen with some rather puzzling advice. What middle stick?
I've waited a long time for this, Bats. Let's start the party with a bang.
Number 4. Doki Doki Literature Club. At first glance, this game is an all too common take on Japanese visual novels, but beneath its outward appearance lies a darker and metafictional premise. One of the game's stock heroines, Monica, becomes aware that she is a video game character and begins deleting other girls from the game's data in an effort to secure the player's affection, leading to an increasingly dark and corrupted game and numerous fourth wall breaks. She'll even become aware when someone's recording the game, leading to a terrifying jump scare. Mind-bending, frightening, and surprisingly affecting, Doki Doki Literature Club blurs the line between game and reality like few others. Number 3. Metal Gear series.
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
A franchise as off the wall as Metal Gear was bound to get meta eventually, but this kind of thing has basically been around since its inception. Sly references to the characters being aware yet still serious that they're inside video games abound throughout. Characters that are killed in Snake Eater that appear later in the games results in a game over because of time paradoxes. And no one's gonna forget the famous Psycho Mantis fight from Metal Gear Solid 1, where the Psychic Ninja reads your memory card and appears to mess with your TV, and makes your controller move using the power of his mind, which in this case is just the rumble feature.
Hold it, Snake. Time to change the disc. I know, it's a pain. But you need to swap disc 1 for disc 2.
Number 2. Undertale. Although this RPG has a whole host of jokes and mentions within the game itself that make it clear that some of the characters know they're in a game, Undertale takes things a step further than most games on our list by turning elements like save files into plot elements. While it's pretty common that you'll want to restart and reload something to undo a past mistake, Undertale remembers everything you've done, and given the game's branching morality system, it also passes judgment on you for it. Going on a killing spree will leave your game altered forever, even in subsequent playthroughs. In short, you'll feel the sins crawling on your back.
Want more video game content? Check out our gaming channel Mojo Plays and discover games and ideas you never knew existed. with more lists, breakdowns, and our latest series, Arcade Roulette.
Justin and John are in.
Oh.
Hey, is that Porky Pig? There's a lot of things being ripped off in this game.
Number 1. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. Some horror games seek to scare players through frightening in-game monsters or jump scares. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem does so by getting into your head. While its sanity meter can lead to alterations of the character and environments in the game, it will eventually start breaking the fourth wall by altering the way the screen displays things, such as pretending to delete your save file, emptying your inventory, or triggering the blue screen of death, on a GameCube no less. Eternal Darkness uses its awareness of its medium to do something truly scary for gamers. Make us worry about our ability to play the game. In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on Mojo Plays, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.